And we're back. So, as I said, we're going to talk about our book of the week. And uh, somebody who I've recently friended on YouTube and subscribed to his channel, who is Comic Noob, who does a vlog very similar to this. You know, he and I kind of exchanged some thoughts about this next comic. He's not a big fan of it. I am, and I'm becoming an increasingly bigger fan of it. And that is Ultimate Captain America, which is kind of Jason Aaron's take on the Ultimate Universe. Now this, as we discussed in the last vlog, which I talked about, Ultimate Cap, it's basically they have brought Nuke from, who was born of the mind of Frank Miller in, obviously in Daredevil Born Again. It brought, basically the ultimate version of that character, of Frank Simpson, who was the super soldier who it failed in the 616 universe, but in the Ultimate Universe, he was a super soldier, but he was not Captain America, that's for sure. Even, and he still got the face, the flag face tattoo, which is awesome. And it's just, it's really, really strong as far as what's going on in this comic with, with how Cap, essentially, his, how he reacts. And this is, and you can tell also by the cover that this is kind of intended to be more than a tiny bit of an homage to Apocalypse Now. It does have that feel. I mean, it even, this, where he eventually tracks down Nuke or Simpson, because I forget if they call him Nuke, but anyway, where he eventually tracks him down is in Cambodia, which of course is where Colonel Kurtz was in Apocalypse Now, for those of you who have or have not seen it. But a lot of discoveries, a lot of really interesting stuff going on in this issue. I mean, basically Cap, just getting his ass handed to him by this guy. And he even says, I think, something to that exact same effect in this comic. The art's really good, and I like that they included Carol Danvers in this particular issue as kind of a pseudo foil for Cap, someone who is really he could very easily find himself at odds with her, but she can also be kind of looking out for his best interests as well. So, or at least his primary interests, in order to have him be the soldier that she needs him to be for the Ultimates team. Ultimate Cap, like I said, it's a terrific read. It's getting better. All in all, just a really good week for comics. They came a day late to my nearest comic book store, so where I have my box pull, which is why I couldn't get to it until today. Also, want to touch real briefly on another comic that I just got from Amazon, another trade, which is The Outfit, which is basically the next book in Darwin Cook's adaptation of Richard Stark / Donald Westlake's Parker series. I have not finished it yet because it's a pretty thick read, and I just got it yesterday. But again, it's so good. I mean, it's so beautiful and so it's just it reminds if you there's David Mazzucchelli did an adaptation of Paul Auster's City of Glass. If you can find it out there, definitely pick that up as well. This is very reminiscent, I mean, at least artistically, of that. Certainly not the same style. It's a lot different. The City of Glass is much more of, it's much more, literary, if you will. And that's, and that's, not, it's kind of just apples and oranges. One is war, and one is, the Parker books are noir. Paul Auster is a little bit more, more into dramatic prose. So I mean, just, it's beautiful to look at, even if you're just not reading it. I mean, just looking at it is just gorgeous. But the actual adaptation of the words and everything like that is just, it's a lovely thing. So, and I'm sure I'll have it finished by tonight. So that's it for this week on the Shadow Gallery. So my YouTube videos, of course, will continue here. So if you haven't already subscribed, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please comment, please subscribe, friend me up, I'll hit you back. So we're out. So thanks again for coming. Close the door behind you on your way out, and we'll see you next time. Take care.